today we have a 2019 Hyundai Elantra, and we're going to do a test fit of the Thule Square Bar Crossbar Roof Rack system. Now this roof rack mounts to the roof of your vehicle and allows you to get your favorite accessories on top of your roof, whether you want to carry a bike rack, a kayak, or even a smaller cargo box. It's made up of a couple of different components. First up top we have our 53-inch square bar crossbars. Now Thule has redesigned these so they do look pretty nice, and what in my opinion is the coolest feature is that rather than having a foot pack that's special for the square bar, they actually have an included track in the bottom, and now these Evo feet are going to be able to fit your square bars and your wing bars. Now leading into our Evo feet for naked roofs, this is basically going to be the middleman between the crossbar and the fit kit. The foot is going to install into that track, and then it's going to tighten down right here using that bolt on the inside. And leading down here to our fit kit, we have a rubber coated hook that goes under our door frame. And then we're gonna have this nice thick rubber pad that's actually designed to fit the contours of our Elantra. You can see that little lip that goes over the side. It's completely flush all the way around. Thule's really just gone out of their way to make sure you get that exact fit on your roof rack. Now the way that hook is gonna work is that when you open up the door, you can actually see that it comes right under that door frame right there, and it's again a custom fit to match those contours to make sure you get that nice snug fit. Once it comes up and tightened down, it basically pulls the hook up into the foot pack. And then we put our end cap back on. We're also going to see we have these plastic locks that can be replaced with Thule lock horse, which are sold separately here at eTrailer if you want more of a secure fit for your roof rack. Now let's go ahead and give you some clearance measurements. First, from the top of our roof to the bottom of our square bar, it's going to be 3 inches, which is more than enough space to get any clamp-on accessories or accessories with rubber-coated steel straps under the crossbar without harming the top of your roof. Now, from the top of our roof to the top of our square bar, it's going to be 3 7/8 inches, which you want to keep that in mind because that's how much height you've added to the top of your vehicle. With your Elantra, you may never run into those situations, but just in case you ever do, keep in mind that's how much you've added. Now it's also going to have a 220-pound weight capacity, which is a step up compared to some other roof racks out there, but do be sure to double check with your Elantra's owner's manual to make sure your roof can handle that weight. Now you see my front bar is installed already. The rear one's going to install and assemble the exact same way. I've got it partially assembled on my table. Let's go ahead and get it the rest of the way. So we just flip our square bar over. First thing we want to do is grab our Evo foot. I'm going to take the pad from our fit kit, and you do want to make sure that you get the correct number pad. The number is going to be on this corner. It's engraved in there. If you can't see it on camera, just get it in some light and you'll see it. Just pay attention to your instructions on where it goes based on, front right meaning passenger or front left meaning driver's side. So just push that pad on till it clamps itself on. Now from there, we're going to grab the hook that comes in our fit kit, and again, these are numbered. It's right on the inside. You can hardly see it without having some type of light to reflect off it, although with our Elantra, it's all going to be the same number, so you don't have to worry about it. But what we're going to do is push it into that slot and just push it until you hear a click. There. Give it a couple tugs. We're going to see it's locked in place. Now let's come over to the side of our crossbar. We need to pull the end cap off. Then what we're going to do is push in on these 2 silver buttons right there. When we do, that's going to unlock the channel lock right there. I'll give you an example. See that part comes up, unlocks right there. So we need to make sure that the hook is facing the outside. And we have this scale right here that we talked about that they included on the square bar. We need to go to the number they specify in the instructions. So once you have that number, just go ahead and go to that mark. And then once you let go of those silver buttons, it's going to lock into place. So now I can't move it at all unless I push it on the buttons. Just put your end cap back on. Now we're ready to get it on our roof. Now we can get our crossbar on our roof. Again, you want to make sure that the side with the pad goes on the correct side. So I found the number that goes on the rear passenger side. So I'm going to get that other hook in place and then just set it down. And now we're going to have to go grab our measuring tape so we can measure our crossbar spread. What we're going to do is measure from the front of our front crossbar to the front of our rear one. And again, you can find this measurement in your instructions. I'm going to make sure you get it as close as possible on both sides. I'm going to scoot it up a little bit. Now we've already gone ahead and measured the other side, but you do want to be sure that you go and double check them both before you start to tighten down. Now with our included tool, we're going to go ahead and start tightening down our roof rack system. And I see the hook has a lot of slack right now. What we're going to do on both sides is first tighten it up until that hook just is sitting at the bottom of the door jamb to where it's not really tight at all, not even snug. We just want it resting right there. So we're just going to go until it gets to that point. This is just simply to make sure that it has a hold of something when you're tightening it down. So it's making contact, there's no more slack. Let's go do the same on the other side. Now that we have both hooks just making contact with the bottom of our door frame, we're going to go ahead and start tightening down. Now you don't want to do all of it on one side and then go to the other. You want to do a couple turns or a couple rotations on one side and then move to the other one. This is going to ensure that it doesn't pull too much on one side when you're tightening down. Let's go ahead and go a couple rotations in and we'll go to the other side. Now we have the other side tightened down all the way. I'm going to show you how we knew it was tightened down all the way. We just kept going back and forth. And then we heard those audible clicks that let you know that it's torqued down to the correct specification that Thule has. So we're going to remove our tool. We're going to shut our door. And then you do want to go ahead and give your roof rack just a quick shake. Make sure that it's tight and it's secure. Then once you're done with all that, you just put on your end caps and you're ready to load up your favorite Thule accessories and then hit the road. But that's going to do it for our test of the Thule Square Bar Crossbar Roof Rack System on our 2019 Hyundai Elantra.